7 Golden Habit Blueprint for Healthy Aging. Hi folks, this is Charlie Fuller. Now let me just tell you something that surprised me when I first read it. Only 10 to 20% of seniors are actually limited in their mobility. 1 in 5 maybe. And yet nearly a third of us, myself included once upon a time, go around acting like we're all in that group. Now, I don't get it, not anymore. Anyway, now here's what actually changed my mind. Researchers looked at this, really looked at it, and found that only 10 to 20% of seniors have a condition serious enough that light movement isn't safe without close doctor supervision. Advanced illness, that kind of thing. That's the real ceiling. Everybody else, the other 80 to 90% of us, can do something. It may not be what we used to be able to do, and it may not look impressive to anybody else, but it all counts. Now, let me say that again. It all counts. Now, chair squats count. A short walk to the mailbox and back counts. Holding onto the kitchen counter while practicing your leg squats counts. Every bit of movement is an investment in staying independent. The more, obviously, the better. Now, I see seniors at all ages at the trail, running, riding their bikes. I see seniors at the gym using all kinds of cardio equipment like ellipticals, treadmills, and rowing machines, as well as lifting weights. Age isn't as much of a factor as mindset is. Now, you know, when I was running, I learned something about myself. I wasn't a marathon runner. I tried it, but my body just wasn't built for that distance. After one marathon, I was so beat up that I couldn't run for almost 3 months. So instead of getting discouraged, I asked myself, what am I good at? And the answer was 10 Ks. Now, that became my event. Every year, I'd sign up for 5 or 6 10K races. Over the years, I completed more than 100 of them. I wasn't trying to become an Olympic runner. I was simply competing against the person I was last year. Now, eventually, my knees started letting me know it was time for a change. They started squawking pretty loudly. So I had to kind of look at things and say, okay, do I quit exercising or maybe just switch sports? My focus became cycling instead of running. Today at 85, I'm still doing about 100 miles a week. And here's why I'm telling you this. I think everyone needs an event on the calendar. Seriously, that is really huge. An event on the calendar. If you're a walker, find a 1-mile walk event in your community and sign up for it. Then spend the next few months getting ready. Next year, try to finish a little faster. Not because anyone else cares about your time, but because you do. Having something to train for gives your exercise purpose, and that's huge, okay? Now, when I raced, I had 3 goals. First is to sign up. Second is to show up. And third was to finish. That's it. If I accomplished those 3 things, I considered it a successful day. Now, you don't have to run. You don't even have to walk. Maybe it's a bike ride, a charity walk, maybe swimming, a pickleball tournament, or any event that gets you moving. Now, just pick something you'll actually look forward to when registration opens. Because here's what I've learned after all these years. People who have something to prepare for are far more likely to keep exercising than people who it's just simply exercise because they know they should. Give yourself a goal. Put it on the calendar and then show up for yourself. Now, you might be surprised just exactly what you're capable of, and that's a good thing, okay? So here are 7 golden habit blueprints for healthy aging. Now on this video, I will only go over one exercise per Golden Habit Blueprint. However, a printout of all steps for the 7 Habit Blueprint is available in the description. So be sure and print this out for a complete list of exercises. Okay, Golden Habit number 1, better balance and fewer falls. That's good. The exercise, single-legged stand. Hold onto a chair, lift 1 foot 2 to 3 inches off the floor, and hold that to 10 to 30 seconds. And try to get to a point where you don't have to use your hands at all. That's all I need. Why it works. It activates the stabilizing muscles and trains the vestibular system, the 2 things that actually fail before a fall. Golden habit number 2, stronger legs for walking and stairs. Now, this is an all-time favorite. Chair, sit to stand. Rise from a chair without using your hands if possible. Do 10 to 15 reps. Key muscle targets, this is huge. Quads, glutes, and your calves. The exact muscles that power stair climbing and prevent the old man shuffle. Oh, and remember, there's a link in the description for a hard copy of all the movements. Golden habit number 3, stronger hands for everyday tasks. Now, this is called the grip squeeze. Squeeze a tennis ball or just a handful of putty, hold 3 to 5 seconds, and do 10 to 15 reps on that. What's the real world payoff? Opening jars, buttoning shirts, carrying groceries, gripping a handrail. Everything that requires grip and pinch strength. Okay, let's talk about golden habit number 4, better endurance. Don't tire so easily. Walking, interval style. Walk for 2 minutes at a moderate pace and then 1 minute slightly faster. Do that for 20 to 30 minutes total. That builds aerobic base that makes everything seem a little bit easier to do. Golden habit number 5, flexible joints that move comfortably. Ankle circles seated. Rotate foot in a full circle each direction. 10 circles in each direction. Target morning stiffness, hip tightness from sitting, shoulder mobility for overhead reach. Golden habit number 6, stronger core and posture and stability. The exercise here is called the abdominal brace. You can do it seated or standing. Tighten abs like bracing for a punch and hold that for 5 seconds. Do that 10 to 15 reps. Now, the posture payoff. A stronger core is what keeps seniors upright and reduces back pain and prevents that forward stoop. Golden habit number 7. These are daily movements. Now, they're not exercises. They're built-in activities that compound over time. For the first one, morning, 5-minute stretch before you even hit the floor. Next, stand every 45 to 60 minutes after sitting. Set a phone reminder. Walk to check the mail and don't drive to the mailbox. Next, gardening counts. Bending, lifting, reaching. Full body movement. Next, park further away. Every 200 step is a deposit in your mobility account. Next, 10-minute evening walk. Lowers blood pressure, improves sleep. Next, household chores with intention. Vacuum with a wide stride. Carrying laundry upstairs slowly. Now, the workout doesn't have to end when you leave the gym. Your body doesn't know the difference between intentional step and an accidental one. Now, here's the bottom line. About 38% of us do report some real limitation. Could be a bad knee, hip replacement, getting winded on the stairs. That part's not made up, and I'm not going to sit here and tell you that it is. The fear is completely justified, but here's where I think it gets a little twisted. Having a limitation and being unable to exercise are 2 entirely different sentences. One is a comma and the other is a period. And somewhere along the way, a lot of us started treating the comma like it was a period, and nobody handed us the ending. We wrote it ourselves. Now, if any part of this is landing and is a little closer home, then that's good. That means we're actually doing something and getting somewhere. Now, tell me in the comments what your version of that excuse has been. Now, I've had plenty of my own, and I'd like to hear yours. And if you're new here, stick around. I've got a lot more of these conversations coming. Now, the point of all this isn't to make anybody feel bad about resting when rest is what you need. Lord knows my wife has taught me plenty about that with everything she's dealt with these past few years. Some days the body genuinely needs the chair. But there's a difference between a body that needs a rest and a mind that decides rest is permanent. And that's the second one. That's the ones that's costing you. Nearly a third of adults over 50 aren't inactive because they can't move. They're inactive because they've stopped. And nobody ever told them stopping wasn't the same as being unable. So here's a reminder. Use the link in the description to access all the movements of the Golden Habit Blueprint. Now, the body doesn't wait around patiently while we sit this one out. It adapts to whatever we hand it. Hand it nothing, and it quietly takes the strength, the balance, and the independence right off the table. And you won't even notice it until you look around and you can't find it anymore. So do the chair squats. Take a walk down to the mailbox. Let your limitations be the comma it was always meant to be, not the period you handed it. Now, it's not about being invincible. It's about being adaptable. So share your story in the comments. I read every one of them. And if this has helped, stick around because we have a lot more coming down the road. We'll see you next time, and this is Charlie Fuller. Thank you.